back. We are back. We are so back. But you know what's not back? My controls, because this sucks. My freaking system sucks. But we will be fixing that very soon. Alright guys, so we are back. Drunk Wizard has missed you guys. I hope you guys have been doing good. Is my button working? Okay, it's working. Good. My button's working. Welcome back guys to another great episode of Drunk Wizard. I missed you guys. It's been a while. Where has the wizard been? I've been out of town. I've been partying. I've been drinking. Actually chilled with people in person for the first time in a long time. I know I'm like a more online type of dude, but actually met up with some old friends, hung out with some people, went to go stay at my friend's house, drank a lot of alcohol, went out for some great food. Yeah, had a good time. It was just fun. Kind of stayed away from social media and from content creation for like a few days, but I'm back. Feel refreshed. And yeah, speaking of media though, Roman Reigns is now back. He's back in WWE and he kicked Paul Heyman's faction's ass. You know, he beat up Braun Breaker and destroyed Bronson Reed easily. And sadly though, Seth Rollins is out with an injury. Probably would have got him too. Or I don't know if that changed the storyline at all, but that was awesome. Roman Reigns is back, baby. Pretty happy about that. I heard he's going to be here every Monday Night Raw until SummerSlam. I don't know if that was planned or that's just because Seth is out. Speaking of kicking ass though, Jacob Fatu has been kicking ass. He's been beating up Solo and his faction. So imagine when Roman and Jacob Fatu link up, they're gonna just dominate. Yeah, now back to the game. Toki, you know, Toki's one of my favorite games growing up. I played it at the arcade first, then I got it for Sega. Don't know where it's at, but this is the version I have. It's a little different, so I should try to beat it. I've beaten the arcade and the Sega version before. Although the arcade version is hard, the freaking last level's hard, I'm not gonna lie. I need to like master it, but we will stream that game pretty soon. The arcade version. This one's different, has different levels, different worlds. The way he screams is just crazy. Yeah, I don't know if you guys ever played this game, but it's pretty cool. Alright guys, hey guys, thank you for the views, thank you for the likes. Hi there, how are you? Let me get my chat to pop out and let me make it a little bigger. Because my chat's like super small right now. I'm sorry, but the wizard's eyes aren't exactly what they used to be years ago. The wizard's eyes are not as strong as they used to be when I was 16, man. When I was just a young mage. Hey, hi there. I've beaten the arcade and the Sega version. I've never beaten this one. This is like the Japanese version, I think. If I'm not mistaken. I've never beaten it, but we're going to try tonight. I'm going to try or die trying. I'm going to beat it. Or, I don't know. Thank you for the views, guys. Hi there. How have you been? This game gets hard in the later levels. You will probably not beat this. I agree, the last level's hard. Oh, this version of it? Oh, I agree, this version's nuts, bro. It's freaking insane compared to like the regular version, like the old school arcade. It's way harder. I don't think I'll beat it either, not tonight, but I will eventually this year. Have you ever beaten it? Hi there? That's a cool name though, I like the name, Hi there. It's like, what's the stuff that I see next to your guys' name, like a little crown with like a #1? Does that mean you were first in the chat? I keep seeing like these little things by people's, like icons by people's like usernames. I don't know. They probably updated some stuff on YouTube that I don't know about. They're always doing stuff that I don't know about. Okay, we're just gonna post this to Facebook real quick and then I'm gonna start playing. Just gonna tag everyone. I beat it with level skip codes. Ooh. Oh, dude, I love cheats and skip codes. I might have to do the same thing. I might have to cheat or like do... I either might have to cheat or do skip codes. I'm not sure, man. But what I will tell you is that the wizard really needs a drink. this weekend and this week, so kind of missed streaming. I was kind of like, man, I wish I was streaming, especially once he passed out and I went back to the room. I was like, man, I gotta get like a streaming setup over there. I mean, I technically could do it with my tablet if he lets me use his Wi-Fi. At least log into it for a stream. That'd be cool. Be like, dude, if you're gonna pass out drunk, I'm just gonna be streaming in the next room. It's like no problem, you know. Because I kind of miss it. Although I could have been playing video games, I forgot that I had a ton of games on my laptop. I was like, oh, I could have just been playing those. But anyways, alright, so I'm gonna try to beat this. Let me just post this to Facebook. And then we'll start playing. Yeah, this game is tough though. I'm gonna start. Let's see how far I get. I think I can get to like the 4th level. The music on this game and everything has always been like super cool. Thank you for the views, guys. Thank you for the likes. Alright, let me just get this posted real quick. Copy. Okay, just gonna... This wizard or whatever his name is, Dr. Stark, it's pretty crazy. It's like he's like a evil wizard that turns you into the monkey, and then when you beat him though, you turn back into a man. If you ever... Hope you guys have been having a good summer though. My summer's been pretty cool, pretty chill. You know, I do like traveling and staying at people's houses and partying, but what I miss about my house is like I have all my streaming stuff and like, you know, that's the only thing I do miss about it. But other than that, it is fun to go like travel like a little bit. Okay, let me just post this. Alright. Alright, let's see if we can beat this, guys. Let's see. Thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you for everything. Alright, we're just going to be a short stream, guys. We're just going to I just have to get back into the groove of things. I finally, made some content today, posted some content. I mean, I was still posting content while I was over there on my Facebook page. I just wasn't making videos. That's the difference. Or streaming. Alright, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I hope I can beat it, man. The wizard wants to beat this game. Let's see what the options are. Players. Oh, so you could get up to 9 players. Dope. Huh. 10,000. Oh, okay, so that gives you more, like, continues. How many continues can I get? 7. If I... Wasn't it always funny, like, in the options, you could just give yourself more lives and more continues? I always thought that was funny about Sega games. It's not really like a cheat code, but it's, like, built into it. Thank you for the likes, guys. Okay, let's go. Let's see if we can beat it. I should just tag everyone on Discord. Oh, he's shooting these things out of his mouth. What the hell, man? The wizard. Whoa. All these spiky trees always freaked me out as a kid. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people tell me that... Some people tell me they like this game and they remember it, but like my friends always tell me, we don't know why you like this game. They don't understand it's my childhood. I was like a little kid when I first played it at the arcade. At the pizzeria. Well, it was at this round table by our house. I don't even know if the round table's still there, but I doubt they have arcades if it is. It was just a different era. Back in the time when there was arcades inside pizzerias, big arcades everywhere, there was like a Street Fighter machine in every 7-Eleven. Every taco place, even restaurants had freaking arcades in them. It was like my favorite era to be alive. When like everywhere you turn there was arcades, and there was like huge arcades at the mall, big arcades at the theater. It was just like the culture of like video games in an arcade. At the same time, while that was going on though, you also had the console stuff. So it was like the best of both worlds, you know. That guy was trying to get me, these little bouncy guys. I call them the bouncy balls. But yeah, basically, guys, it's like, oh crap. I like the way those guys scream when you kill them. It's like fun. But yeah, dude, I really do miss that era. I feel so lucky I grew up in the 80s and early 90s when like, even like mid to late 90s when, in the early 2000s when there was like just arcades everywhere you turned. It was like the golden era. I think it was just the golden era of humanity. People say why the 90s was so good because arcades were everywhere, but you still had consoles, and then TV shows and movies were good. And social media didn't take over yet, and not everybody was a star, because now everyone's a superstar online. You know how everybody like wants to be an influencer, like and a superstar, or like be an online star now. It reminds me of that song by what's his face, Marilyn Manson. We're all stars now in the dope show. I mean, how did he know? I mean, he was probably talking about something else, but it kind of applies to. I mean, I'm not saying everybody wants to be a star, but I'm just saying it just seems like, back in the day it wasn't like that. It was like the superstars were the superstars and the fans were the fans. And then now it's just weird, right? When you see like, I don't know, it's just weird. But anyways, I say that as I'm streaming right now. Hey, I love streaming though. I just love to do it. Since I started doing it, I just love it. So that's all it is with me. Oh yeah, take out these freaking spiders, yeah. Oh, it's freaking dinosaur egg. Stupid dinosaur. But anyways, like I said, I like the era when arcades were everywhere, and when TV and movies and music were good, when Blockbuster was open and record stores still existed. I don't know. Even though it was freaking expensive, what was like $16 a CD? You really had to pick which ones you were going to buy. But like music sucks so much now, I don't even stream it for free, or at least the new stuff. I stream a lot of the old school stuff though. Not a lot of the new stuff. And that's been for years, but yeah. Movies are still good though. What's coming out? Tron? Well, who's excited about Tron? Ares. That looks really cool. I'm a big Tron fan though. Whoa. And then Mortal Kombat 2. I actually liked the first one. People were hating on the first one, but I liked it, so I'm probably gonna check out the second one. Even though I don't like how they ruined one of the characters, but oh well. I still want to see the blood and the guts everywhere. I just want to see Scorpion say, "Get over here," Another thing from my childhood, growing up, yeah, kids today will never know how cool it was to see Mortal Kombat be like the first, like really crazy bloody and crazy game at the arcade. Although Time Killers was also very bloody and lots of, I gotta stream that game. Time Killers was brutal. There was a guy with a chainsaw. They would just chainsaw people. I don't know if that was before or after Mortal Kombat, but I feel like that one doesn't get enough credit. Then there was also Splatterhouse, the arcade, which was, I never saw it in America, to be honest, but I heard it was in Japan. I think Europe also, I'm not sure, but it was banned in the States. But yeah, kids will never know how cool it was to see Mortal Kombat for the first time in the arcade and see it on Sega Genesis, and then see Doom 93 for the first time and Doom 2. They're just not gonna, yeah, they're just not gonna know what that's like. It was so cool. Although my little younger nephew, he said he really liked Doom 93. He's played the new ones. He loves Halo and all the new stuff. Call of Duty, of course. But he gave a lot of respect to Doom 93 for actually being a good and tough game, for being old school. He told me he really liked it. He also really loved Zelda Ocarina of Time and a lot of old school N64 games that I had at the house. So I think he also liked Golden Axe. But yeah, I'm glad when the young people respect the classics and the originals, because I'm like, yeah, man, that's how it all started. He even said, I know that Doom is what started the first-person shooter thing and made it huge. It's like, you damn right it did. It's still the best game, too. I will say this, though. I have played Call of Duty and I had to delete it because it's very addictive. That game is addictive. I enjoy playing Doom way more, but Call of Duty is freaking addictive. I could see why people play it a lot, but I still have more fun playing Doom than I do Call of Duty. But I'll play some Call of Duty. It's just when I played Call of Duty, that was the end of my life, and I was just not sleeping. Just mobile games in general. You ever notice how they're like freaking addictive? Because you're playing like these matches, right? And a match ends, and if you lose, you're like, oh, just one more so I can redeem myself. But that match could take like 20-30 minutes, depending on a lot of different stuff. So then you're like, oh yeah, just one more match, or just one more match. And then before you know it, bam, it's like fucking 3 in the morning, you know? But like with me, it's like, you know, with old school games, you just kind of play the game for a while. Although I've played some old school games for 2-3 hours or so. But like, at least with these games, you get far. You're not just playing the same game over and over. You know, but, oh man. How am I getting my ass kicked on this level? This is sad. Somebody in the chat was telling me that I wasn't going to make it. I think you were right, because I can't even beat this damn level. It's like, what's wrong with me? Well, I almost died right there. There's so many dangerous things everywhere. So many ways to die in this game. But anyways, back to the topic. It's that I miss the time of arcades and the time of old school gaming. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe people that were way older than me missed the time before video games even existed. Back when they used to play with like dolls and stuff. Well, these girls did, right? Don't kids still play with dolls? Or like, I used to play with action figures. I still like toys, but usually I just keep my action figures now inside the package and just leave them on display. I don't know, just in case I would sell them later down the line, but it's probably going to be a long time before they're worth tons of money. I was at Walmart the other day, and there's like a ton of Mario action figures, the big ones. I was thinking of just buying up a bunch and then like reselling them. You know, like once there's no more of them. But I don't know, maybe. I'd resell my toys if I had like more than one. But if I only have one, I'm not selling my toys ever. Like, hell no. I love video game toys. But like, it'd be cool to get some sealed ones, and then have like one that you keep, one that you sell, and then another one that you open and play with. That'd be kind of cool. Keep one on display, one that you could sell later, and then one that you open and play with. That's the way you gotta do toys these days, I think. Well, that's like 30 bucks right there. It's kind of expensive. Guys, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the views. How do I kill this guy? Oh, crap. Why is he shooting crap at me all crazy? Oh. It's like, why aren't the heads dying? Oh, I was hitting it wrong. Okay. Guys, thank you for the likes. Thanks for the views, guys. Please subscribe if this is your first time stopping by. Oh, bloody hell. Dude, I suck at this game today. I mean, I'm usually not this bad. Is this like barely the first boss? This is pretty bad. This was actually not a boss in the first one. This was just like a regular... Oh, man. This was just like a thing that you fight in the arcade version. And this one is an actual boss, which is pretty funny. Thank you for the likes, guys. Emily, what is up? This is a weird-ass game. Are you laser-spitting caveman? I feel like I haven't smoked enough cannabis for this. Oh, this is a weird game. This is like back from like the late 80s, early 90s. It's called Toki. One of my favorite games in the arcade. But this is not the arcade version. This is the Sega Genesis Japanese version. So it's even more insane. Oh, and harder. I just killed myself because I had the super shoes. Oh yeah, you gotta be pretty drunk or like blaze it to play this game. Oh crap. Maybe I should just shoot up next time. Okay, let's just kill that thing. This is ridiculous. Yeah, kill that guy first and then get the shoes. There we go. Oh yeah, you're definitely not high enough for this game. Oh crap. I don't know if I'm drunk enough for it. I'm too drunk for it. Okay, I gotta watch out for those guys. Alright, kill these stupid flying things. I wish I had shoes like these in real life where you could just do super jumps. That'd be cool. You don't remember this one? I don't remember this one at all, but I thought I knew my Genesis games. This one was kind of rare. I mean, I wouldn't say it was rare, but it was kind of weird. If you never played at the arcade and you would have saw it at a video store or at the rental place, you probably wouldn't pick it up. As soon as I saw that it was out for Sega, I got excited because I was like, oh, I used to play this at the arcade, but I never beat it, so I rented it when I was a kid, and I beat it at home, you know? Yeah, so basically, there's this wizard that kidnaps your girlfriend. His name is Dr. Stark, and he casts a spell to turn you into a monkey, and then somehow you have magical power to spit fire out of your mouth and different things. Thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you for the views. Adam, what's up, bro? This reminds me of a game that would be on TurboGrafx 16, like Bonk. You know, this probably was released for TurboGrafx, Adam. What's up, though, Adam? Are you drunk, bro? Yeah, so anyways, this is some craziness. Yeah, it was even kind of like a rare game in arcades. Like, I only really saw it at Round Table Pizza and then like at one arcade. It wasn't super popular, but I got to play it and I ended up becoming a fan of this. Bonk's Adventure's awesome. Yeah, TurboGrafx 16 in general is like one of the greatest systems in my opinion. My friend had it. I wish I had it. I don't have it. But... yeah, Bonk is awesome. That's funny how the exit sign is just a sign, then you touch it. It's like, what the hell, man? Okay. So which way do I go now? I don't remember this game. It's so weird. I mean, this is not like the arcade, so it's like way different. But for you guys, it's probably all new. It's like, you're like, I didn't play any version of this weird game. Yeah, I like a lot of weird games from my childhood. There's a ton that people don't really know about. I'm telling people like, yeah, you know Toki? Do you know about Dragon Crystal? What about Fatal Labyrinth? Like, what the hell is that? It's like weird, obscure games that no one played except me. Because for some reason my dad either bought them for me or I played it at the arcade somehow. Some weird, obscure game. I wanted one of those portable TurboGrafx 16 so bad when I was a kid. Fatal Labyrinth was evil. Yeah, Fatal Labyrinth's one of my favorites. Dragon Crystal's like the one right before it. It was I had it on the Game Gear. It was like the portable Sega Genesis slash. They also had like Mega. No, what were they called? Master System games for the Sega Game Gear. I wanted the TurboGrafx 16 portable. I would have rather have had that than the Game Gear. Even though the Game Gear was pretty cool, so was the Game Boy. But I'm not gonna lie, I would have loved to have had that. Or even just the actual console. My friend actually had a TurboGrafx 16 in the 90s. Good times playing that. We would play that for hours in his room. And then my other friend had the Atari. And like, so I got to play it like almost every system because someone had one of them. You know, before there was all the emulators and the internet, it was like, oh, dude, you have a TurboGrafx? I'm coming to your house. And then, like, I had a Super Nintendo, so they would come to my house, and then, yeah, we would just go to each other's houses and let each other borrow different games. It was a whole different time period. I had a Game Gear, and it was pretty awesome, though it ate batteries too fast. Oh, yeah, Emily, I remember that. The Game Gear would suck batteries so quickly, but that's why my dad got me the AC adapter where you could just plug it into the wall because it just was cheaper to do that. But I mean, if you wanted to travel with it, but even like I would go to like the hospital and just found like an electrical outlet and just plug in my AC adapter and I'd start playing. I didn't care. You know, like I'll go to someone's house and plug it in. That's the kind of guy I am. As long as there's an electrical outlet, I'm playing games. So it basically became like a mini console. Neo Geo is still my white whale. Oh, Neo Geo, now you're talking. I think I only knew one guy that had a Neo Geo, but I never went to his house because he was kind of like an older dude from church. He was kind of like a weirdo, so I didn't want to go to his house. And then the way he would tell me that he had every single video game when I was a little kid kind of freaked me out. And I was like, well, you know, you have fun with that. I don't know about going to your house. You're just a little too old. And but anyways, I supposedly knew Some guy that had Neo Geo. Way too expensive, so I don't believe that guy even had it. I think he was lying. But I used to play Neo Geo games at the arcade too. Man, TurboGrafx Express, that's the name of the portable TurboGrafx 16. I kind of want to get the TurboGrafx 16 then. Is there a way to get it? They need to like re-release all that stuff. Yeah, man, just you know what I'm saying. Like I didn't have Game Gear, but when I had my Game Boy, which I still have, my Game Boy, you just take the power pack and get it recharged, or just directly to the wall. Yeah, bro, that's what I used to do with the Game Gear, just directly to the wall. Oh crap, why am I falling? The graphics on this are pretty cool. I like the stars in the background. You have Fatal Labyrinth, bro? Oh, you're one of my best friends. Anybody that knows who is about Fatal Labyrinth, you're just awesome, because a lot of people tell me they don't know what that is. And I'm like, it's one of my favorite video games. I know that it's no Sonic the Hedgehog, but it's a pretty awesome game. Oh, yeah. How about Dragon Crystal? You like Dragon Crystal? Dragon Crystal's my childhood. I spent so many hours playing that game and I almost beat it. It's like, I got really far. I did beat Fatal Labyrinth once. Oh crap, there's like spiders everywhere. They're shooting fire. Ooh. Oh, I've never got the free life before here. Oh, that was crazy. I've never done that before. It's the first time for everything, I guess. I hope I don't die somehow. Oh, there was some spikes here waiting for me or something. That would suck. Okay, how do I get up now? Do I have to fall? Oh yeah, I had to fall right there. This game is crazy. Yeah, Fatal Labyrinth is awesome. I love that game. It's hard though. It's a hard game. I can't believe I beat it once when I was younger. I think that's gonna be the only time I ever beat it. Stupid dragon! Shooting the stupid fireballs. Can you guys believe that? Dragon Crystal. I'd love to play Dragon Crystal again. I heard you could get it for like the Switch, I think. You could download it or something. Buy it. I don't know if you can, but they need to re-release all these old school games. But I know that they probably won't because they don't think there's enough money. There was actually a remake of this game, Toki. I think it's out actually for the Switch. You can get the like the upgraded version. It's the arcade version, but like with better graphics. I don't know if you guys are interested in playing this game on like a modern console. I was actually talking to the guy online that was developing it. He was trying to get it done since like the Nintendo Wii days, but it never happened. And then finally it came out for the Switch. So if I get the Switch, I'm definitely gonna get this game. I haven't got a Switch yet, I've been too lazy, but I still got a Wii. Oh crap, and then I fell on the spiders. What the hell's wrong with me? Thank you for the views, guys. Thank you for the likes. If this is your first time stopping by, please subscribe. New retro streams every week. I didn't stream that much this week because I was out of town and drunk. I should have streamed from my friend's house though somehow. I need to set it up where I can stream from there. But oh wow, it's like that's the one thing I really missed about home. It's like, man, at night when my friends pass out drunk and I'm the last one standing, it's like I kind of wish I could stream right about now, you know? But I love streaming. Streaming's so much fun though. Streaming and making videos, it's a lot of fun, especially talking about the old school stuff, damn it. These freaking disintegrating platforms, man. The little music they play is crazy. Okay. I think if I do it right, like that. Okay. Gotta kill the stupid, yeah. Kill him right away. Boom, die. Alright, finally I got past that part, man. Can you guys believe I got stuck on that? What the hell is wrong with me? Oh, and then you get a duck right here. Oh yeah, bouncy, bouncy. This game is just like death trap after death trap. It's like worse than the first one. The first one was hard, this one's hella hard. Damn it. Okay, so I gotta be careful here because this thing's gonna come at me. Oh, what a move. Yeah, man, drunk wizard style, okay. Oh, okay. We made it. Dude, yeah, someone was telling me in the chat that I'm not gonna beat this. They could be correct because I'm sucking at this game so bad. This was actually the first boss on the arcade version. He just kicked my ass. What the hell? Thank you guys for the likes. Damn it! I don't even know who this guy is, but he's like the daddy of these spinning thingamajigs, these roly-polies. Okay, I think I know what oh, his name is Primeval. Oh, it actually gives him a name. This one. Got him! Finally! Thank you for the views, guys. Thank you for the likes. All those little ledges on the right, on the outside, made me think there's a secret to the level somewhere. I think you're right. There was a secret where I got an extra life. There's probably more secrets that I don't know about. These little boats are not in the original. I just sunk his battleship. You guys remember Battleship, the board game? That's taking it old school. That's my childhood right there. That's another thing I want to get into this year is playing board games with the family. We always just watch stuff or play video games, but like, yeah, playing board games was fun. Back in the day. What is going on with this? Oh, little boats. These little boats are crazy. Yeah, this is definitely a game you want to play when you're drunk or high. Oh, that was easy. That was an easy level. It was kind of just straight. Oh, but it was only the beginning of hell. Evil turtle. Damn it. Board games and especially tabletop RPGs are my jam, and maybe even more so than video games. You know, it's funny you bring that up. Me and my friend, we went to this new place to eat. We were walking down the street, and I said, "Is this the place right here?" He's like, "Nah, it's the next one." And then we look at the door, and it says games, you know, game. And we thought it was video games, so we walk in, right? Because we see all this stuff, all these posters. And it was, yeah, it was those tabletop games, like, you know, Magic the Gathering, and what's that other one called? Damn it, but you know those games where they play cards and they have, yeah, all kinds of board games and stuff. And like, yeah, like those RPG games. It was all that. And they had a bunch of tables set up, I guess, where they have tournaments or like events. I don't know. I've never tried it. I do have friends that play Magic the Gathering, and it looks fun and all that, but like, I mean, maybe I should get into that to at least get like some more social interaction in person with people, because those events look cool. But I guess that's for the people that are really good, right? That go to the tournaments. But one day I can become really good, right? I don't know. I gotta at least start playing. But anyways, it looked really cool, the setup they had. They just had like all these tables everywhere and like all kinds of games and cards and dice. It was crazy. Get a flamethrower. Yeah, I'm not much a card gamer, but have lots of friends that are. I mostly like Dungeons and Dragons. That's another thing they had at that store. The Dungeons and Dragons, that's the one I was thinking of. And they had like all kinds of action figures that were also used as like pieces on board games, like Star Wars. I don't know, it was crazy. They had a lot of stuff. How do you play Dungeons and Dragons? Is that like a board game where you roll the dice and you have like a character? I don't know, that sounds pretty cool actually. The only board games I ever played was stuff like, you know, Monopoly, Sorry, Mousetrap, does dominoes and checkers and chess count as board games? I guess they do. I used to play a lot of chess in the old days, and checkers. But yeah, like, I think once I started just playing video games, that's when I kind of forgot about board games. But like, and then I used to like comic books too back in those days, and books. I'm getting back into books. I've got a bunch of books I'm reading now, but I want to get back into comic books and then board games again. I've never tried the RPG games, and they look pretty cool. I'm curious to try. You know, it looks fun. Man, I love Vampire The Masquerade and Dungeons and Dragons and Axis and Allies and Risk and A Legend of the Live Rings, of course Magic the Gathering. But D&D, all you really need are core rule books, a bunch of dice, some paper, pencils, and friends. Ooh, really? I love anything with dice. That's what me and my friend were looking at. They had some really cool dice that look like emerald green there. Of course, you can get minis and get all elaborate. Oh, okay. That actually sounds kind of cool. I got a special edition board game that mixes Dungeons and Dragons and Diablo from back in the 90s, and you get like figures and you can create those and create dungeons and a map and everything. Ooh, Adam, that sounds really cool. That actually sounds really fun, Emily. I don't know. That sounds like something I might want to try. Like, I just want to get into regular board games, but getting into some RPG board games actually sounds cool. It sounds like something fun to do with friends while like we're really drunk. Well, not too drunk because then you won't be able to like actually play, but just when you're like pretty buzzed, yeah. Do you ever play the board game Shrieks and Creeks? I've never played that. Hi there. What's that game about? That actually sounds interesting. Nah, I've only played like the regular stuff, you know, like Monopoly and Sorry, Mousetrap, Dominoes, Checkers, Chess. Nothing too crazy. Oh, Battleship. That's how this whole damn conversation started. Isn't it funny how you're just talking about something and it turns into this crazy conversation? That's usually how it happens with me and my friends. We'll be talking about the smallest thing and just one little topic comes up and then we go into this crazy rant, especially when I'm drunk. You would probably like miniatures like Warhammer 40,000. Ooh, that actually sounds really awesome. Okay, I don't know where to go, so we're just gonna go this way, see what happens. You know what? I'm gonna get back into board games. I'm gonna tell friends and family we're playing some damn board games. Yeah, I know a lot of people like get together with their friends that play like all these RPG stuff, like Magic the Gathering and stuff. There's like whole groups that do that. But at those stores, they have like the tables and stuff. I don't know if it's for the tournaments or just for people to play. If it's just for people to play, that's kind of cool. But anyways, that's cool that there's a whole thing, there's this whole like community of board games. I mean, people that play board games, but of course, you know, the best board game of all is the Ouija board. No, I'm just kidding. I just had to throw that joke in there. I always joke about Ouija boards for some reason. It's like an inside joke between me and my friends. Oh, man. Oh, it's like I was pushing the button. Why isn't that like... Now I'm fighting this boat. I gotta sink his battleship. This is just insane. Look at this thing, the way it smiles while it tries to kill you. And it's all pissed off while it's like shooting its little torpedoes at me. Then it's like, haha, I'm going to kill you. Ooh, and it just killed me. Warhammer is rad. I keep wanting to build an Adeptus Sororitas army. I don't know if I said the last one correct. That sounds awesome. I gotta try these board games. Now I'm curious for sure. And I think it's a sign that me and my friend ran and walked into that store by chance. And then now you guys are talking about it in the chat. Like, what was the chances of all this, right? And I kind of just wanted to get it back into board games. I want to get a chessboard again for sure. I miss playing chess. Oh man, but you know. My favorite game growing up was probably the Ouija board though. Although I had to get rid of it, but before things got crazy, it was pretty fun. I'll say that much. I'm just kidding. Well, that is kind of a true story, but I'm exaggerating. Oh crap, this thing, no! It just wants my soul. Nuns with guns and power armor. Oh, now we're talking. Nuns with guns? Hell yeah. Oh, this stupid thing. This guy's... I just want to get rid of this bow. I'm going to sink his battleship. Screw this guy. Let's go down. His name is Boomer. That's the name of this boat. Yeah, I sunk his battleship. It's funny how it all started about sinking the battleship. Oh, the little boat got away. Bloody hell. We're barely on stage 3. That's crazy. Yeah, so that's the cool thing that I think is cool about board games. You get more in person, face-to-face interaction with people. I guess with games you do too. Like, it depends. Like, you know, when we used to play in 64 and all of us were in the same room, or like Mario Party on the GameCube, that was kind of fun. We'd all be drinking. But we also used to play Monopoly, stuff like that. Oh, come on. That stupid star got away from me, man. Yeah, I'm gonna try the RPG thing. That sounds fun. I like RPG games in general. You know, like RPGs. I enjoy RPGs a lot, the video game version, so I probably like the board game versions of them. I'd probably be even more excited. Ooh, LAN parties. Remember like Doom and like Quake? Like playing that multiplayer? Yeah, that was crazy. Oh, so many hours playing that. I still play Doom a lot, though. That's the thing. It's like, I'm never gonna stop being addicted to Doom. It's not one game I could always play. I don't care how many times I beat the original Doom. Every time it's a magical moment. And it's almost like I discover like a new secret every time. Just messing around, you know. Oh yeah, Unreal Tournament, yes. Unreal Tournament, yeah, all that. Like Quake Arena, Doom. Those were the days. Whoa, that fireball just went through me. Did you see that? Or did I land in a way that I don't know, whatever it is. That should have killed me, but it didn't. That's pretty cool. That was cool, Beavis. Alright, so... Yeah, I remember all that. Just all the multi... what about Counter-Strike? Yeah, Counter-Strike LAN parties and then Counter-Strike Online. Oh, I used to play that with my friends all the time. Man, those were the days. Everybody moved away now, though. We're all like in different towns. I guess we could all get like the same console and play online. I think that's the only way to bring that back, unless we like meet up again. But when we all like lived in the same area and went, you know, we'd do the LAN parties and stuff. Counter-Strike. I mean, I guess now we can just play online, but, you know. I just feel like it's not the same online as it is in person. Because, you know, I don't know, it's always more fun in person, I think. Yeah, oh man, those were the days, but... I gotta stream Doom. That's one other game. I gotta stream all the old school PC games that I love on here too. I feel like never got too into the more realistic modern first-person shooters. I'll go visit my bro if I want to play with that kind of hardware. Me either. I never really got into them. I mean, I've played them because my nephew made me. My younger nephew. They're not too bad. I mean, I've played Call of Duty, the new Halo, the new Dooms, but I made him get the old school Dooms, and he was glad he did. He liked them a lot. He said Doom 93 is like one of the best games ever, and he was surprised that that game kicked his ass. He's like, whoa, this is really good for like an old game. And I'm like, exactly. You thought it was going to be a walk in the park, and bam, you found out why the 90s was awesome. But I'm always glad when younger people love the old school stuff. And I could tell them, I told them about the new stuff. What was it we played that was like a newer first-person shooter? Resident Evil 7. It was more newish. I told them it's like being inside a movie. That's what it feels like. It's like the graphics are so real that it's like being in a movie. I mean, I could see why people like it. It was pretty cool. Not gonna lie. The graphics on the huge 4K screen. I actually got to see what my 4K screen could actually do, because I just use it to watch movies and TV and play old school games. But when he brought over his Xbox, the new one or whatever, what Series X or whatever. Yeah, I got to see what the capabilities are, but I've just never. I mean, I'm probably gonna get a Switch pretty soon, but I never really thought, damn. I just feel like if I get a new console, I'm getting it for like one game or a couple games. That's what makes me mad about the stuff. And then of course you can get all the old school stuff, right? You can get all the old Dooms and the old stuff, and you could also get it for PC and stuff, or for or just get it, you know, another way. But he's got a walk-in gun vault and enough ammo to start a militia. We'll go on down to the holer and empty some clips. There you go. Just do the real thing, you know? Like, why do you want the virtual when you could get the real experience? Nothing like the real... Yeah, it's just like sword games, right? It's nothing like really holding the sword and swinging it. You know, it's the same thing with the gun. It's like nothing like the real thing. Whoa! Sega Genesis had a decent first-person shooter, but I can't remember the name of it. Adam, I think you're talking about Doom, but it was on Sega 32X. It was technically for Sega Genesis, but you had to have the 32X adapter and then get the 32X in-game. But they had a 32X version of Doom. And I think Atari Jaguar also had a version of Doom. And believe it or not, Super Nintendo had a port of Doom. I think like that was one of the first PC games to be for like every single console was Doom. It was on everything, man. PlayStation, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, of course PC. I think even, what was that little system called? The portable place, the PSP or whatever? It was on that too. They say now you can even run it from like a microwave. There's all these ridiculous stuff. They're like, I could run this from like a freaking digital watch, you know, Doom will run on anything. What's up, guys? Thank you for the likes, thank you for the views. Man, that's cool that some people are up this late. I always think, what's the point of streaming late if no one's up? But you guys are here, man. This is awesome. I know that there's people that are night owls like me, so like I know that someone has to be out there. There's got to be somewhere out there in the Matrix, man. Out there on the grid, maybe like Tron. No, I remember how it was called Zero Tolerance. For real, bro? You mean, so it was for regular Sega Genesis? That's pretty cool, bro, because I don't really remember that, but if that's what it is, then that's what it is. What happens if I go this way? Do I die? I hope I don't die. Oh, I died, though. I was like, I hope I don't die. Stupid little flying thingamajig was just waiting for me. Another game, Toki, right, Lewis? See, Lewis, you know what this is. I knew you would know. Most people don't know about this game. All my friends hate this game and they say, why do you like that game? And I said, because when I was a little kid, I played at the arcade. It has a special place in my heart and soul forever. And I don't care who likes it. It's like... Yeah, insomnia and kinda in mourning for my old dog tonight. Made it 16 years, but his kidneys and liver were shutting down. And he could barely eat or stay on his feet more than 30 seconds. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that, Emily. That's sad. And yeah, I know about insomnia. I just don't like to fall asleep. I mean, I do, but like, I feel... I like to stay up. And I always say, I'm going to go to sleep early tonight. It just never happens, man. It's video games. Heck yeah, Toki going ape spit. It's a classic. Yeah, Lewis, I love this game. Did you ever play the arcade version? That's how I know about this game. So when I saw it for Sega as a kid, I was like, I gotta get it. And then I beat it. It was time. He had a hell of a good run. Oh man, yeah, it's always sad when like one of our pets dies. It sucks. I remember I lost a couple of my pets when I was younger, but I was surprised that Sega could pull it off. Adam, you should already know Sega does what Nintendo don't. No, just kidding. No. Yeah, Sega can pull it off. Hey, look, Super Nintendo pulled off Doom on like that console. Sega pulled it off, but they did it with what is it called? With the 32X. That's another thing I wish I would have owned when I was a kid and I didn't have it. Was the 32X and the Sega CD. I didn't know anybody that had that though, and it was crazy because it wasn't really worth getting because they were gonna have the Sega Saturn now, and the Sega Saturn Doom was way better than the 32X Doom. But it's still kind of cool to have that version of Doom, to say I have the 32X. And then there was the Jaguar version of Doom. Didn't play the arcade, but I know it's similar to this. Yeah, it's the same thing, pretty much. Because you know Sega was pretty good at porting the arcades, pretty like much the same. They actually did a good job of doing it like exactly like the original. Oh, and if you guys want to play like the reboot, not the reboot, but yeah, the remake, I think this is out for like the Switch. You can get the new version of Toki. It's just like the arcade but with better graphics. I kind of want to get it if I get a Switch. I loved my Saturn Panzer Dragoon. Oh, Emily, now you're talking. That's like one of my favorite games of my whole life, Panzer Dragoon. I remember playing that, and that was like my favorite game. And then also like Nights into Dreams and a few other games. I was playing like this spaceship game where you shoot lasers, which was really cool. But Panzer Dragoon has stayed with me forever. I still have a Sega Saturn. I just need to get Panzer Dragoon for it. Get like another controller, but I think my Sega Saturn still works. I don't know, I need to try it out. It's been years since I fired it up, but if I could get Panzer Dragoon for it, I'm gonna stream that game, because that game's awesome. Yeah, I got doing for Super Nintendo, but it don't work no more. Oh, you have Doom. Yeah, but what did you think of it back in the day when you played it? Doom on Super Nintendo was crazy. It was, whoa! Did I just shoot like a bunch of? How did I do that? That was crazy. I guess I had some kind of power. Whoa, okay, there's an exit right there. How do I get to it though? Yeah, you remember Nights into Dreams? Oh my god, those games are like my childhood. This is gonna be really hard. Crap, okay, I gotta time it perfectly. Okay, ready? Why won't it die? Oh god! Oh, that was crazy. Oh, that was nuts. Oh, I thought I died right there. Yeah, Nights into Dreams is like one of the coolest games ever. What I love about the Sega Saturn is the graphics still weren't like too realistic. They were like 3D but kind of dreamy. Kind of like, you remember the movie The Lawnmower Man? When it showed like VR graphics, but they looked like a crazy dream. That's what video games are going to be like, but they went into this whole like, make everything like the real world. The thing is, I used to play games to like escape the real world, not to like go back into it. You know, I like stuff that looks kind of fantasy-like. Yeah, like Panzer Dragoon, I love those graphics. I love Nights into Dreams. Like, that's, you know, that was the whole point of video games. This is supposed to be like you're in some kind of crazy dream. I didn't like when it just became too realistic, where like, oh man, it's like being in the real world. Even the sun blinds you. It's like, damn it, I want the sun to look cartoonish. But anyways, I wish they would bring back the art style of like Sega Saturn and like The Lawnmower Man. I don't know if you guys saw that movie, The Lawnmower Man, but it was about how VR was going to take over the future. But really all we got was that metaverse crap that sucks. It wasn't even like anything like the movie. Like back in that day, it looked badass. But like now, like this, when they actually did VR, it's like, what the hell is this crap even? Anyways. Oh. Agreed, I want Trapper Keeper, Void Deserts, Realism can bite it. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's cool if you want to make it look more real, but still keep an element of the magic and the fantasy. That's what made games cool, in my opinion. When they started making everything look realistic and even the physics be like exactly like real life, I'm like, That was the whole point of playing games. You were supposed to be able to do impossible jumps and impossible things and fly around and do magic. That was the whole point of it, you know. Doom on the Super Nintendo to me looked just like the computer almost. And it actually did. It was just like slow. It looked like it, but it was like slower. That's all I can say. Once I played like the real one, it was kind of slow. Now the PlayStation one was almost exactly like the computer. I think the 32X and the Jaguar was pretty close too. And I think the Sega Saturn version was close. What the hell is this thing? Whoa, it just came right at me. What the hell? I don't even know what that was, but I'm not sure I want to know what that thing was. That was freaky. It just like charged me. Interesting fact, your voice sounds like Will Amnetz. That's interesting. I don't know who that is, man. But tell him I said hi. I don't know. I have Virtual Boy. Dude, Adam, you have the Virtual Boy, bro? Thank you for that, though. Wave, thank you. Is your name Wave Woodworks? Okay. That's crazy that my voice sounds like that. You know what? As a kid, I always wanted to try the Virtual Boy. And I just think that I want to at least try that once in my life to say that I did it. Well, the Virtual Boy was the future of VR. It just didn't take off. The Virtual Boy was crazy. It was like VR, but like in like Game Boy graphics. I remember seeing that at the store and it looked crazy. Dude, that was like the 90s was so wild. You had stuff like N64, Sega Saturn, PlayStation, but then right next to all that was the Virtual Boy. Adam, so tell us about the Virtual Boy, man. Is that a fun game, console? Oh crap. The exit was right here. Oh, that sucks. So how am I gonna get back up there? Well, now I'm screwed. I had it. Bloody freaking hell, dude. The guy that voiced Batman and Lego Batman. Oh, that's cool. I sound like Batman in the Lego Batman movie? That's nuts, man. Thank you for that, then. I never knew it was Batman, but I guess I'm Batman now. The thing was painful to use. It looked like a torture device. I remember there was this meme going around Facebook saying, I don't know if this was advanced technology or some kind of ancient torture device, you know, when they were showing the Virtual Boy. It looked like it hurt just to put it on. Like your eyes were just gonna like die or you're gonna get a headache. I don't know. Even the VR headsets now don't look very comfortable. I'm definitely not gonna go into VR until it's like the sunglasses type of thing. You know? But it has to look really cool, like either the Lawnmower Man or Tron. Other than that, I'm not doing it. That's all I can say. But, you know, those are my conditions for VR. It's like... No, but with my eyes, VR just wouldn't work for me. It would just give me a headache. I like to look at a screen when I play. Like look at that screen from far away. But it was really super 3D and it was 32-bit. Really, Adam? That actually sounds kind of cool. It's my favorite system. Dude, Adam, we gotta talk about... I gotta have you on my show, Drinking with the Wizard. We gotta talk about the Virtual Boy. Just make a whole episode about that while we drink beer. Because I don't know anyone that actually had it. You're like probably the first person that I know that had the Virtual Boy. That is so cool. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you, everyone. Please like and subscribe for more episodes. And I guess I sound like the Batman from Lego Batman somehow. I've never seen that movie. Now I kind of want to watch it, man. So does Batman in that one sound like a drunk hippie? Like, I don't know. He's probably very laid back in that movie. That's cool. I sound like a cartoon and I didn't even know it. You learn something new every day. Oh, there's stuff over here. Wait, but can I get through all this? Damn it. Whoa, whoa, something crazy's going on. I just died. Isn't this kind of crazy? She's like inside this thing. Dude, I was pressing star. What the hell? Oh, this pisses me off to no end. It doesn't let you like get the credit. Like you gotta push it like hella times. Or I don't know. All right, let's try it one more time. Oh, I didn't put all the lives. The best thing to do is just take the standoff, which usually breaks away, and then lay it on your bed and like you're on your stomach and play, because that's the best way. Adam, you know, that sounds awesome, bro. Like, honestly, we should play the Virtual Boy. I want to play it one day. I've never played that. I never knew anyone that had it. It's because there was like too many consoles out at the same time. Remember, that was like when there was so many consoles. I feel like Sega Saturn should have had a longer life, though. Sega Saturn was awesome. Panzer Dragoon, though, one of the greatest games of all time. I don't care. I feel like that doesn't get enough credit. Nights into Dreams as well. There's a version of Nights into Dreams for the Nintendo Wii I have, and it's pretty awesome. I don't think it's as good as the first one, but it's still a good game. I had to start over because the damn continue screen is so slow to react to, like... Or maybe I have to push a button to continue, I don't know. Maybe I could beat it this time because I know the levels now, I don't know. Or maybe I should just go to sleep, I don't know. We'll stay on for a little bit more. It's almost 1 in the morning, bloody hell. Oh. But anyways... Adam, what are you drinking tonight? You drinking some beer? So do you get drunk and then play the Virtual Boy? I'm gonna have to find a ROM for that. It's been since a while since it came out. But that was a great game. Which game, Emily? You mean Panzer Dragoon or what's that other game? Or Nights into Dreams? 3:45. Damn, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I might do another stream tomorrow. Care to join, man? Yeah, like what time do you do them? Do you do them like earlier at night? I noticed it wasn't too late when you did it, but yeah, I could join it. That would be fun. What the hell's tomorrow? Saturday. I lost track of the days because I went over to stay at my friend's house for a few days since Sunday. I wasn't even home, so like I'm like, what day is it today? I never had a chance to play it while drunk yet. Adam, you need to play it drunk. What are you doing? Dude, you have the Virtual Boy, you're not playing it drunk. That's like being in the movie The Lawnmower Man and not being drunk while you're inside the virtual reality world. Oh, Nights into Dreams? Hell yeah. Like, that game is so beautiful. That game's like up there with one of my favorite games. It's up there with Doom and like Street Fighter 2 and all that. There's certain games I just love, but Nights is like one of those ones that I feel like nobody talks. You know that game's special. It's a magical game. Red Alarm for Virtual Boy is one of the best games ever made, and Virtual Boy had one of the best controller designs ever. Adam, I gotta get you on my show. We're talking about Virtual Boy. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna be drunk. Like, I've never met anybody that had it, bro. That's the best thing ever. It doesn't surprise me that it's your favorite console, because, like, it sounds pretty cool. Yeah, pretty much at night, a little earlier on. Just come on by. Okay, Lewis. Yeah, I'll stop by for sure. I'll try to go get a beer. In fact, I'm supposed to buy beer because I'm supposed to go have dinner with the family Sunday, but I'm supposed to pregame at home before I get a ride over there, because I'm not supposed to drink so much in front of the guests. So I'm like, yeah, well, guess what? Then I'm pre-gaming. But I guess I could start pre-gaming on Saturday night. Why not, you know? Get warmed up. But I'll probably just have like a couple beers if I do stop by. But yeah, the Drunk Wizard's gotta have a few beers if you just stop by the stream. I got Nights into Dreams and I got second Sega Saturn for $10, man. How the hell did you get Sega Saturn for $10? That's like the deal of the century, bro. That is a deal. I ate a delicious steak taco for dinner. What did you eat? Ooh, steak taco. What did I eat? I can't remember. Oh yeah, yesterday and today I had wings. I just had wings, leftover buffalo wings. And then some corn on the cob. That's why I don't remember, because as soon as I got back I was eating wings. That's what I bought last time I went to the store, was just a bunch of buffalo wings and then just wings that I made with barbecue sauce. Yeah, I really like wings. They're kind of expensive, but sometimes you just gotta enjoy life. Like, screw it, you know. Get the damn wings. Yeah, Adam, that sounds awesome, bro. I gotta get you on the show and we'll talk about we'll definitely gotta talk about how's it called? I don't know the name. Yeah, we gotta talk about Virtual Boy. Yeah, $10? Some people get really lucky. They find like all this old school like consoles and games in perfect condition at garage sales. Then they get like a ton of stuff for like $30. I'm like, man, that's like Christmas right there. I want one day I just want to show up at a garage sale and find that somebody just wants to get rid of a lot of old games and consoles for like $20, and I'll be so happy. Yeah, I saw somebody that got like a brand new Game Boy with all the games, like, or a ton of games. It was like only $30 for everything. So now I see people get it for $10. I have seen that happen. Like, man, I want to find a garage sale like that. I also wish I could find like cheap comic books, like old school comic books, like the old ones. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, Nights into Dreams, one of the best games like ever. I gotta find a way to stream that game. Either I'm gonna get it for the Sega Saturn or stream it on the computer, but I need to stream that game. And Panzer Dragoon, that's a must. I need to stream everything from my childhood, just all the good games from my childhood. I want to stream Dragon Crystal, even though it's not that good, but I still want to stream it. I should probably go to sleep though in a little while. Make some homemade chicken, man. Damn it. Yeah, homemade chicken sounds pretty good. What do you mean, like the whole chicken, or just the legs and thighs, or the wings? Yeah, I had homemade wings. This thing just looks crazy. These old games have some crazy looking bosses, man. Looks like some crazy dream. Yeah, Nights into Dreams, that's such a beautiful game. To this day, that game gives me like feelings I don't get with other games. Same thing with Panzer Dragoon. Same thing with Doom. There's some about certain games that you can't get with anything else. Like nothing could really give you that feeling again. Same thing like with, what's that other game? Like the first Mario. Every time I play that, I'm in a good mood. It doesn't matter. It's like, I don't know. People tell me because it just reminds me of my childhood, but I don't know. I think it's the game itself. Because there's certain games I played when I was a kid and they weren't that good. What was the game that I didn't like? Whoa. Yeah, I'm thinking of a game I hated. I can't remember. I probably forgot about the games I hated. Oh, come on. Yeah, Nights into Dreams, I feel like that game doesn't get enough credit. Yeah, anybody that tells me they know about Nights into Dreams, I'm like, yeah, you know about the awesomeness of that game. But what's another game? But yeah, Panzer Dragoon as well. If you want to talk about like PC games, Heretic, Hexen, Doom, Wolfenstein 3D, all those were really good. I'm doing better, I think, this time around than the first time. But I probably should get to sleep in a little bit. I am getting sleepy. Alfred, what's up, bro? What are you doing up so late? I haven't seen you in a while, man. I was about to get off, but I'm glad I didn't. That always happens when I'm like, I'm about to get off, and then somebody comes on. What's up, Alfred? It's been so long. I still gotta beat Zelda NES for you. I'm actually on the last level, so I'll just message you or tag you on Facebook. I know you said you wanted me to beat Zelda. I might play it again from the beginning for you, but I know you were telling me since like a couple years ago about Zelda. What do you think about Rocket Knight Adventures on Genesis? Ooh, I love that game. Heretic. Oh my god, I loved Heretic and Hexen. They need modern sequels. Yes, Heretic and Hexen was like some of my favorite things from my childhood. Yeah, from my childhood and teenage years, those were like the games that like I was like, yeah, those games are so awesome. I feel like they don't get enough credit. Like hardly anyone talks about Heretic or Hexen. Those are other games I feel they just don't get the recognition. And I know because Doom and Quake were like the biggest thing, but those were still good though. It's like those were really good games. Yeah, Heretic's super addictive. I have that on my PC. And the Hexen games, they're super good. They're just good. It's just when I play like an old game and I like it, I never forget it. So I'm like, I always say, never forget Heretic, never forget Hexen. What's up, Daniel's Hot Topics? Yeah, this is Toki on Sega Genesis. Daytona USA had really good graphics too. Ooh, I remember playing Daytona USA on the Sega Saturn. Yeah, and Heretic and Hexen, they need sequels for sure. Maybe even like remakes. Well, no, maybe not remake, but sequels would be awesome. Late night subs, glad I checked YouTube. Oh, late night suds? Hell yeah, Alfred. I'm glad you stopped by, bro. Yeah, Alfred, I'm gonna beat Zelda live for you. I know you were telling me for like the longest time. Oh, you sipping some beer, some late night suds? Hell yeah, cheers, bro. I just saw James Gunn Superman. It was awesome. Daniel's Hot Topics. You know, I want to go see Superman. Daytona, I still sometimes can't help but sing that obnoxious song. Daytona, let's get away. You know, it's funny you bring up that song. You know what song stuck in my head, and every time I'm outside, I sing it in my head, and I couldn't get it out of my head ever? You ever remember that one song when you're driving, it says, I see blue, blue skies, I see blue, blue skies. Something about blue, blue skies. I gotta clip it and then upload it to YouTube and react to it. Be like, does anyone remember this damn song? Yeah, it was something about blue, blue skies. That song never got out of my damn head from Daytona USA. Daytona USA. USA, down getting sleepy. Because I used to play it a lot as a kid, I remember on Saturday. And yeah, the damn song's still in my head to this day. It's just crazy. But Daytona USA is super fun. Hexen and Heretic are great games. Hell yeah, those games, oh my god. Thank you for the likes, guys. And thank you for the views. Captain Lava Snow, what's up? How are you? Yeah, Daytona USA was awesome. I need to play all those old Sega Saturn games on here. Oh, what a maneuver. That was awesome. Thank you guys for the views and the likes. Please subscribe if this is your first time stopping by. New retro streams every week. I try to say every day, but it's been so long since I've been on. But I thought tonight was the perfect night. I was like, it's Friday night. And I always think, who's going to be on late? But then I think, well, a lot of people are up late at night, especially on the weekends. And then you know, a lot of people are drunk. So that's always a good thing. It's a good thing that people are drunk when Drunk Wizard's around. That's like the perfect... It's the perfect storm, you know? Oh, the stupid spider wanted to get my soul, but it didn't. Yeah, you know what? I gotta set it up so I could stream all those Sega Saturn games. You have convinced me. You guys convinced me. I gotta do that. And a lot of the old Sega. And, well, I'm playing Sega right now, but like some of the Game Gear games too. That thing takes so many shots just to destroy. I like this background with like the moon and stars. Yeah, these old school graphics were cool. I like the old school graphics a lot. They're magical. The second Heretic game was glitchy, but good as well. Yeah, I do like the second one. I didn't play it that much, but it was pretty cool. Heretic is just so awesome. I just feel like it doesn't get enough credit. A lot of these old games don't get enough credit, but there was a golden era where I think there was like a lot of games out, and they were like all good. Well, not all of them, but there was a lot of good games. I got him. Those little things were still bouncing at me. AI told me the song is officially titled Sky High. Is that the song that says Blue Blue Skies? That's awesome. You know what, but I don't need to pull up that song because it's already in my head. Every time I'm outside and I think it's because I just play the game so much. Every time I look at the sky, I'm just like, I hear those words in my head. It's like forever in my mind. I know if I like listen to it though, that I'm gonna be hearing it every day that I go outside. So I'm like, yeah, don't pull up the song. I'll only listen to it if I play Daytona USA again. Then I'll pull up the song. That's the only way I'll listen to it. These little boats are crazy. Well, I should probably go to sleep in a few minutes. Not yet, but like, I'm gonna play until I die. I didn't get any extra lives or continues. So, we'll just play till we die, but... What's the little thing by your guys' name? Like the little crown? Like it says number 2, number 3. What does that mean with the little crown? I don't know. Is this becoming kind of like Twitch on here? Where people get stuff next to their names? I don't know, because I think YouTube updated some stuff, man. It says blue, blue skies. I see one of the top lyrics. Sorry, I didn't mean... No, it's okay. Don't worry. It's my fault. I mean, I don't know why. I even dream about that song when I have dreams where I'm flying through the sky and that song is playing. It's like, hey, it's not a bad song though. Like, it's not a bad. It would suck if I had to like, I don't know, if I was, I don't know, listen to some crappy song. I'm not gonna say which song, but usually bad songs don't get stuck in my head because I don't listen to them more than once. But yeah. Let's see. I should probably attempt sleep soon too. Yeah, I'm gonna attempt sleep. I'm just gonna have a snack and then drink some water. Yeah, those are the lyrics, Captain Lava Snow. It says, yeah, blue sky. I see blue, blue skies. Yep, that's the song. Oh my god, that's my childhood. Alfred, what's up, bro? The crown thing has something to do with XP. Maybe it's about interacting. Wow, that's so cool. Crowns are new. Yeah, Alfred, I don't know where they came from or what's up with them. I guess they're trying to make it more like Twitch or something. Even though I never really use Twitch that much. I like YouTube more because more retro people are on it. Same with Facebook. I didn't really like Twitch or Kick that much. There wasn't that much of a retro community on there. At least that I saw, but could be wrong. I know Kick for sure doesn't really have any retro. Just like one person, basically. But when it came to YouTube, I was like, oh, this is where I should have been streaming a long time ago. Facebook has a retro community, but they're... what sucks is that, like, Facebook gaming and streaming kind of died. Like, you could stream on there, but nobody gets a notification. So it's kind of, like, no reason to stream, unless you just want to make videos to upload, you know, and then, like... YouTube is awesome. I love YouTube for streaming. The crown thing is pretty cool though. Crowns are new. Yeah, Emily, if you go to sleep, good night. That's Captain Lava Snow. That's an awesome comment. Yeah. Let's I'm hungry actually. I'm starting to get hungry right now. Remember when Will Ferrell in Old School was like asking his wife when he was drunk and naked down the street? He's like, honey, is KFC open? That's how I kind of feel right now. But I'm not that drunk though. But I kind of feel like I want something to eat. I don't know why I thought about that. Will Ferrell's funny. That movie's crazy. You guys ever seen the movie Old School? It's from like the early 2000s. Yeah, Alfred, late night munchies? I'm feeling that right now. I'm just like... I have like some cashews I can eat. That's all I have, and some candy bars. Damn it, I'm getting my ass kicked tonight. This is really bad. You definitely have to watch Lego Batman, especially after you said Alfred. Oh, I always joke about Batman stuff and stuff with my friend because we really like watching the Batman movies. So, like, he's telling me about like some girl he met or whatever, and he likes her, and I just tell him like he told him in the movie, Alfred, why don't you marry her? You know, we just joke around saying lies for the movie. Like, you want to talk Batman? I could talk some Batman with you. I'm gonna watch Lego Batman just because of you. I've never seen it. I've always kind of wanted to see it. Yeah, Alfred, Old School? That's like one of my favorite movies. Wizard, it's so funny you mentioned Old School. I literally just watched that movie 2 nights ago. Captain Lava Snow, that's awesome. You guys know about the good stuff. Old School is so good for so many reasons when Hollywood made funny movies. Have you seen Grandma's Boy? Also super funny like Old School. I've never seen Grandma's Boy, but now I gotta see it. Dude, like when I was younger, I was like living the movie Old School kind of. Like not as crazy, but at least the drinking and the partying part. Yeah, that was pretty nuts. Now I drink, but I don't really party as crazy. I just drink and play video games. But back in the old days, yeah, like Old School is like, it's like, yeah, we were living Old School and Grosse Pointe Blank and all those movies. That was pretty crazy. Oh, I made it to the end. Nice. Yeah, Old School's awesome though. It's just so funny for so many reasons. There's like a lot of real stuff in that movie that really applies to real life. It's so good though. Remember Frank the Tank? That was me back in the day. Just imagine Frank the Tank. I was really that in the old days. Like now I drink, but I used to drink to the point of throwing up and not remembering anything about myself and not remembering how I got home. It was pretty bad. The only thing I never got to do that I still gotta do is like drink from a keg with the beer bong. I've always wanted to do that and I've never done that. Like I've drank kegs, but I want to do the beer bong. I have to do it. For one last time, I gotta be Frank the Tank. I gotta be like the ultimate wizard and like do the beer keg. You know what? I'm doing that for my birthday. I don't care what anyone thinks. We're doing the freaking keg beer bong. Yeah, that's all I can say. Oh no, you don't even need the keg, right? Oh, doing it with a keg would be insane. They just pour the beer down the thing. But imagine doing that with a keg. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys are giving me ideas, man. Old School is top 10 movie of all time. Have a good night, man. I'm about to go watch my show Renegade. Have fun in the morning. All right, Adam. Have a good night, my friend. We'll talk soon. I gotta get you on the show for sure. Drinking with the Wizard to talk about the what the hell was it called? The Virtual Boy. Because that's awesome. I meant at 4 in the morning. Have a good night. Bro, have a good night. I think I'm going to sleep too in a little bit. Getting wasted to the point of not remembering the night before was the good old days. Alfred, yeah, I actually was still doing that a couple years ago, but I was like, man, I need to change my life. And it was more for health reasons. Now I could just enjoy like some drinks and get pretty wasted, but like not to the point of not remembering and throwing up. Yeah. Like, I would still do that, but at my house. I wouldn't do that with other people or partying anymore. I would just do it in a safe way, where I could just, like, you know, if I black out and throw up at my house, it's whatever. But then again, I just stopped doing that. But, like, I don't know. Maybe for my birthday, I'm going to bring back Frank the Tank. I'm going to tell my friends I want to do a beer bong. Screw it. Or a bunch of them. I've never done one. So, like, I kind of feel like I didn't get to do that back in the day. So I need to do it now. You know? Otherwise, I can't say I was Frank the Tank if I never did a beer bong. Yeah, I used to get pretty crazy though in the old days, but believe it or not, but like years ago, I think it was 2018, I threw up live on stream. This was before I did game streaming, when I just did regular streaming, like years ago. And then I threw up on my friend's podcast back in the day while we were live, but it was audio only. But I was so drunk they didn't know what I was saying. I was like, I don't even remember what happened that night. I just remember I woke up the next day feeling like really crazy. The only thing that sucked about getting that faded was that like you would have the worst hangover the next day. So I like the way I do it now, where I enjoy my drinks. I get pretty loaded, but I don't even have a hangover. So like, I don't know, I kind of like the way I do it now. And then since I don't drink every single day anymore, when I do have a couple beers, that gets me pretty loaded. Which is crazy. It's like, man, I never knew only 2 beers could get me this wasted. Guys, thank you for the likes, thank you for the views. Guys, if anyone new stops by, please subscribe. New retro streams every week. Playing a little bit of Toki on the Sega Genesis. Having some fun conversations tonight, as always, with you guys, and getting pretty loaded. This guy's name is Boomer. This music is crazy. I suck his Battleship. Yeah, but now you guys got me watching Lego Batman. Don't make me forget. I have to look at this chat later to like remember. I like the little crowns by people's names. I don't know what they mean, but they're really cool. But yeah, guys, thank you for the views, thank you for the likes, and yeah, please subscribe if this is your first time stopping by. I'm getting kind of hungry though. Maybe I should get off in a little bit. I sound like Lego Batman? That's crazy. I've never seen Lego Batman. Now you guys are gonna make me watch Lego Batman. So, Lego Batman sounds drunk, or... I don't know, man. Oh, crap. That's crazy. I didn't think I would ever sound like a character without trying to sound like a character. Because I actually do character voices. I can do different character voices. But I didn't know that my natural voice was a character itself without me knowing. The funny thing is I've never seen it, so you know I'm not like actually trying to sound like the character. That's the funny part about it. This is crazy. Even Batman has his limits. Batman has no limits. It'd be good drunk, but better high, I think. Dr. Shrooms, if that's your speed. Yeah, it's been a while since I've smoked, like, cause I haven't hung out with anyone that smokes, so like I haven't done it. But like I remember it was pretty fun the last few times I did. The best is like having some beer and then like blazing it. Like then you get like a perfect buzz. It's like really relaxing. It is really relaxing though. I used to blaze it a lot in high school though, like almost every day. I wouldn't mind doing it again soon, but I just haven't really chilled with anyone that actually blazes it, you know. but mostly I just hang with people to drink. So like I never really like actually got something to smoke by myself. I've never been much of a drinker and mostly just stick to weed these days. But oh man, I used to love my psychedelics. Ooh, that sounds fun. I have a friend that does all that stuff, like shrooms and stuff, or at least he did. Or what was that other one called? DMT? I think DMT. That one's pretty crazy though, I heard. Have you ever heard like Joe Rogan and like Mike Tyson talk about the toad? I think that's supposed to be like the ultimate psychedelic that takes you to like another universe. Like you actually see the other side of reality and heaven and hell and stuff like that. I don't know. I heard some crazy stories. I don't think I could handle it, but I wouldn't mind a little bit of weed again and like alcohol. I'm just scared to try anything really crazy. Whoa. I would try something in a small dose probably if I did. Good night, Adam. Yeah, good night. Cannabis daily doses for me, it helps me stay away from hard drugs. I really do love LSD, psychedelics, and stuff like that. Yeah, Captain Lava Snow, and it's relaxing. I mean, it's very relaxing. Yeah, DMT I heard is crazy, and also the toad. Like, I've heard stories, but I would never, you know. I've been through a couple ego deaths, though. Emily, you know, my friend, he told me about his ego death, and it sounded crazy. It sounded kind of scary. It sounded nuts, and then now he just thinks about life so much differently. Maybe you'll get a record deal dubbing for Will Arnett. That would be crazy because I don't even know about that movie. I mean, that would be pretty cool, man. As long as I could buy some beer with the money, I think it would work out. Yeah, that would be kind of fun. This is crazy because I do character voices, but I didn't think my regular voice was a voice in itself. That's funny. Life is funny like that. It's like, yeah, man, my regular voice is a character that I didn't know already existed. This calls for a drink. Weed is also good for my PTSD and panic attacks. So yeah, it's also kind of medicinal, I guess. But not gonna lie, I just like getting high. I feel like weed and alcohol relieve stress. The other night when I was hanging out with my friend, we got a bottle of absinthe. Absinthe is like kind of like a little more relaxing buzz. He really liked it. He never had it before. I've had it and I like it. And I don't get it that often. I didn't get it since like years ago. And he says, that stuff was really good. It was magical. I've never had something like that. And he's like, can we get another one next week? And I'm like, yeah, we can. But don't make it like a habit to always drink that stuff. It's pretty potent. We just stayed up all night till like 4:30 in the morning just talking and like taking shots of absinthe. It was... Actually, you don't really shoot that stuff. You kind of sip it slow. You gotta sip it really slow. But you put it in a cup and sip it super slow and absorb it in your tongue. But it was a lot of fun. That was fun. There's a version though of absinthe that's very strong, very potent. I love absinthe. My favorite little bar here has some antique dripper thingies for it. Ooh, you love absinthe? Absinthe's like my favorite drink. Like, I really don't even like hard liquor anymore because it creeps up on you and just kicks your ass. But absinthe is like, I get like it's like a buzz, but you're floating and you're very relaxed and all your stress goes away and all anxiety and worries go away. So I love it. It's just a really nice feeling. And the best part, I've never got a hangover from it. You know. It's just, the thing about absinthe is very high quality stuff and it's very like natural compared to like other liquors. Other hard liquors, I feel sick now when I think about them because even if I drink a little bit of it, I wake up feeling like crap in the morning. Like I just want to throw up. And with absinthe, I've never got that. It's like, I don't know, you just feel great and you wake up feeling great. And I don't know. As far as hard liquors, that's all I'll get, or like really high quality rum, like Jamaican rum. But that's about it. I really don't want to drink whiskey or vodka anymore. The problem with like whiskey and vodka, for a minute you're feeling great. And you're like, I could drink more. And you keep drinking more, right? You do the same thing with absinthe. It's just that the next day sucks after that. You just have the worst hangover. And with absinthe, I never had a hangover from it. It just feels great. Yeah, weed is awesome. Weed also, I remember when I used to blaze it, it was like, yeah, it's like very relaxing. Yeah, but absinthe is like super relaxing. I don't know. That's like it's the ultimate magical potion. I mean, if Edgar Allan Poe used to drink it, and like Marilyn Manson drinks it, you know it's good stuff. Yeah, not a lot of people know about absinthe, but the people that know, yeah. My friend also drinks absinthe, the one I was telling you about that had the ego death trip. Yeah, I remember he told me what it was like, and it was so crazy. He's never been the same ever since. It must have been pretty intense because he just says that life is an illusion. And I tell him, yeah, I agree that it's an illusion, however, you can still have fun within the illusion, you know. That's the thing. You gotta just like, you know, you can still enjoy it. But he's just like, no, nothing's real, nothing's true. After he went through that experience. And I'm like, yeah, but pizza still tastes good. I mean, that's the thing, the pizza's still good. You know, you could say the pizza's not really there, but it's still very tasty. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, his was very intense because he took like I think too much. I forgot what he took. I don't know if it was the shroom caps, but he ate like a bunch of them and he wasn't supposed to. You're only supposed to take like a really small dose, and he just went into this crazy ego death trip that would lasted a long time. And he kind of went a little crazy after that. He's kind of, yeah, just never been the same. He's just always posting the stuff on Facebook. Like, exactly. That's the way I look at it. I always look at it like, I just try to make life super fun. That's it. You know, I always tell people, like, remember that song by Smash Mouth? You're an all-star? He said it didn't make sense not to live for fun. And then just to, like, not worry about stuff, he's like, you know, the ice caps are melting and my world's on fire, but I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, he kind of just said, like, just enjoy life. You know, I love the message of that song. When you get older, you kind of realize what they were saying. But yeah, like I always tell people, like, yeah, man, it doesn't make sense not to live for fun. You know, that's what I say. I don't, yeah. But at the same time, like, yeah, like that stuff can open up your mind. I just think he took too much, so he had like a bad trip. I think he had more of like a bad trip, that's what it was. So then he's just like, it changed him like in a bad way, kind of, but yeah. Yeah, exactly. I just feel like that Smash Mouth song is like my theme song for life. I always just feel like, yeah, it's like, you know, I just like to live for fun. People always tell me that I'm too happy and optimistic and like too like fun. And I'm like, well, why not? What does it help if I'm grouchy all the time? It's just not gonna help anything. You know, just have some absinthe with me and let's just like chill. All I can say is drinking absinthe is super fun. Even my friend really loved it. He's like, that was like one of the most fun nights of my life. Just stayed up with you till 4 in the morning and talking about life and drinking absinthe. I'm like, wasn't it? Yeah, it's like, yeah. I actually told him I've never drank absinthe with anyone. The first 2 times he didn't want to drink any with me, so I ended up drinking by myself. He drank like other stuff, and he's like, I want to try the absinthe this time. I'm like, really? Okay. Yeah, welcome to my world. Let's have some. And he's like, that stuff is super good. He's like, I should have tried it a long time ago. Like, you really should have. Oh crap, these are coming back up. That's not good. Or it could be good if I could get up here. Nah, it sucks. Like, I mean, technically I was dead for a couple minutes, but yeah, in my case, it seems to have had the opposite result. Right. Well, I've had an experience not with psychedelics, but where I was technically dead for a while, like medically dead, but it kind of just made me wake up. Not wake up, but yeah, it made me have like a new appreciation for life, and I was just like yeah, I mean, that was part of when I started becoming just more optimistic about stuff. And yeah, see, it depends how stuff affects you, right? For me, it was more of a positive. I'm like, wow, it's cool. I'm back and I'm here. This is cool. Let's have a beer. You know? Yeah. But I've also heard people had really good trips where they were just felt like enlightened and stuff after it. Like, remember, what's his name? Mike Tyson was talking about, he just felt like, yeah, he just felt like so much better about life after he had his really crazy, I don't know if it was a DMT or if it was the toad. I'm not sure what the toad is. It's like, or if that's DMT, but it was the crazy stuff. Him and Joe Rogan both did it before. Oh crap, I missed the thing. But yeah, I wouldn't mind having a little bit of weed. I wonder if what like a little bit of weed with like absinthe would be like. That would actually be pretty cool, I think. Oh crap, I suck at this game now. Alright, what if I go this way? What happens if I go this way? No, I can't go that way. That's so cool that you like absinthe. Like, you're the only person besides my friend that I was telling you that used to mess with shrooms, and he unfortunately took too much, so I think that's why he had like a bad experience with it. And then, but yeah, he said he liked absinthe. Yeah, I think I might get a bottle of the absinthe for my friend's birthday next week. That was really fun. It was crazy, we stayed up all night drinking it, and we didn't like pass out, although he says he doesn't remember. I remember everything. I had no idea he was even that pissed up because I felt great. I remember everything. You know, I even remember going to bed and everything. And I was like, huh, he doesn't remember. I was like, I remember. We had a good time though. I was like, yeah, we just had a good conversation. Magical conversation, drinking magical potions. What is this little dragon thing? Alright. Aw, damn it, I keep missing that bloody jump, man. Why do I keep missing it? Do you ever wonder why we're here? Gift one of life's mysteries, isn't it? Why are we here? I mean, are we a product of some cosmic conscience, or is there really a God watching everything? You know, with a plan for us and stuff? I don't know, man, but it keeps me up at night. Oh, that is a crazy question. Man, I do believe that there's like supernatural power and supernatural things in the universe and in the world. What is their purpose? I don't know. That's the thing. But I do believe there is something else out there besides us. I even believe that humans have some supernatural ability if they focus their mind and their intent and then like their imagination. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's purpose is, I guess, what they make it. A quote from Red versus Blue. I think like everyone's purpose is what they make it. Like, let's say you're a poet and what fills your soul is writing the most beautiful poetry and sharing it with the world, sharing a part of your soul. that could be it. Or no, if you're like a person that writes songs or makes music or art, maybe that's it. Or maybe you just like to make people laugh. I don't know, man. It just, I guess it would be different for each person. I do think about that stuff sometimes at night. It's like, I always just think it's like the stuff, whatever it's you feel is like your thing, you know? And then, I really love playing video games, that's for one. And I like drinking. I don't think that's like my purpose, but it's the things I like to do. It's like, what do you like to do? I like video games and drinking and chilling and feeling good. I love pizza. I also like to write poetry, and I like to make music. Am I really good at it? I don't know, but I still love doing it. It fills my soul, you know. So like, I think it's like important to do the stuff that fills your soul, no matter what. But that's just me, though. But yeah, those are some crazy questions that like get deep. There's all kinds of views on that, right? Like some people think that, yeah, but I do believe there's like more than just humans, and there's like other stuff we don't understand out there. That makes life interesting in itself, right? If you believe in like, I don't know, like aliens and angels and stuff like that. I don't know, I believe there's something to it. Something to those stories. Even like Lord of the Rings, I think has some truth to it, you know. But yeah, it's always, that's what's kind of cool about life, that it's like a mystery. There's always a mystery to it, right? You can always learn something new that you didn't know before about stuff, and experience new things that you've never experienced, you know. So, but yeah, this calls for a drink. I kind of want some absinthe now. Speaking of all this stuff, well, I'll tell you guys something interesting. So, I was out of town this week, and I stayed at my friend's house, and I think his house is a bit haunted, and the room that I'm in is haunted, and I saw some like poltergeist activity. So I mean, is that proof of like another realm, or is energy just something? Whoa, I just jumped around the spikes. That was stupid. Or is energy just something that, I don't know, that comes from somewhere else? I don't know, that's the good question. You know, there's always like all these questions we have of the unexplained. But I think this is what makes life interesting, because people have different theories. People say like with poltergeist that it could be somebody that's angry. Like, you know, when teenagers go through their anger stage, they say that manifests it. Or if someone has like a messy house, or it could be something else. I don't know. There's different theories. I've looked at some stuff about it, but I don't know. It's pretty interesting. But to experience something like staying in a haunted room is something cool, because that's like something out of a movie. Especially after drinking a bunch of absinthe, that made it really cool. Felt like it was some kind of movie, like 1408. Well, not as crazy as 1408. I found my faith again a few years ago after many years of atheism. Isn't the right word, due to the psychedelic experience, but more occult new age. It would be a long conversation explaining. All myths are based on facts. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I believe that there's just something out there more than us, you know? Because I've seen and felt stuff that wasn't from this world. So... and so like I know that there's more than just us. But yeah, it's very interesting, to say the least. Damn it, I should have jumped right there. I'll just wait for those guys to come back. Well, if they come back, they should come back soon. Yeah, I've definitely experienced some stuff in my life, and even this week, I've never stayed in a straight up haunted room. It's a long story why that house and room is haunted, because of certain things. But I'm not like scared. I'm just like whatever, you know. It's like it's whatever it is, and then but at the same time, it was kind of cool, you know. I probably wouldn't want to live there permanently, not because I'm scared, but like I just like my own bed in my own house more. It's like, but I slept pretty comfortable, and it was like, yeah, it was cool, man. Staying in a haunted house, that was, I don't. That's something you don't do every day, you know. So I don't know. Those little experiences in life, new experiences, are always what makes it magical to me. It's like, you know, it's like, yeah, man. It's like people pay to go to Disneyland to go to the Haunted Mansion to kind of get that thrill in a fantasy kind of way. Although I've heard the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland is actually really haunted, so it might not be so fantasy. But yeah. And I've been to the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. It's pretty awesome. I went there at night by myself when it was like open till midnight. Going on that ride alone at night is like pretty awesome when you're drunk. Yeah, so all those like little moments in life I think are what make it really cool. But I try not to think about it too much to where like I have some friends that just really like think about the end of the world and like think about stuff too much, and I'm like, nah, man, I don't want it. I mean, you know, like, I've been saying the world was gonna end since I was a little kid. I'm not saying that will never happen. At the same time, I don't want to live in fear or just be negative about it, you know. So I just don't really like look into that stuff. But I don't know. But anyways, I'm just a wizard. So what is the wizard? I'm just a drunk wizard. What is a drunk wizard? No, I don't know. I have some wisdom, you know, but I love, yeah, magical absinthe potions. Boom. I feel that there is something special about absinthe, though. It does open up your mind, but it really relaxes me, and it takes away any kind of stress. And you get like a floating sensation off of it. I don't know. That's the sensation I get from it. I just feel really good. When you go to sleep, you just sleep so good after some absinthe. But yeah, I think we'll do the bottle next week. But yeah, I'm getting kind of sleepy though. But anyways, I always say be positive. I think life should be like nights into dreams. I think, you know. Oh, it's the eyeball guy. This guy's crazy. His name is Eyesore? What the hell kind of a name is that, man? it's like, yeah, man, this guy's just a real eyesore. Oh, man. Get him, get him. Oh, damn it, I only had 2 more hits. I almost had him. Why is she like in a weird cage? Oh, I didn't even make it to this part last time. Damn it! How can he shoot so many eyeballs all around? Guys, thank you for stopping by, and also guys, please like and subscribe. New retro streams every week, and yeah, bring your absinthe cups, and bring your weed bongs, and all your magical things. Bloody hell! Oh, damn it! Stupid. This stupid eyeball guy, man. Yes. But anyways, staying in a haunted room this week was so much fun. I've always kind of wanted to do that. It's funny how it just worked out. You know, life is funny like that. And people were warning me, don't go to your friend's house, especially that room. I'll probably talk about that tomorrow. I don't want to get you into it right now because it's kind of late. But not that I'm scared, but still, I'll just talk about it tomorrow. Actually, that's something really interesting I could talk about on my stream. Plus my other supernatural experiences, as well as like my belief about what magic and manifestation really is. And yeah, I could go real deep with it. I don't know if people like to hear about that kind of stuff, though. It's kind of weird. Most people are just like, no, none of that is real. You just gotta shut up and eat your cornflakes. You know, most people, that's what they'll say. But I'm like, no, there has to be more to life than just what they told us in first grade, you know? Have you tried any cocktails with absinthe? I really like Death in the Aftermoons and Corpse Rivieres. I've never tried cocktails with absinthe. I didn't even know you could do that. Wow. I think I'm gonna have to try that. This is opening up a whole new world to me. I need to do that and then go back into a haunted room and then like sing some kind of song while I'm in there. I just tell people, yeah, there's always like something cool. That's what I try to tell my friend. He's kind of doom and gloomish now about stuff, and I was like, dude, you gotta snap out of that, bro. It's like there's so much adventure to be had, you know, like absolute cocktails while you're in a haunted room, and then you could play your guitar and sing and jam out in there at the same time, like, you know, like damn, dude, it's just like living in a movie when you really think about it. Life can be a movie if you try to make it a movie. You know, it's all about how you look at it and like just trying. I gotta try these absinthe cocktails. Oh, if you want to talk about cocktails, like pre-mixed ones that are really good, I don't know if you ever tried the cut water drinks, but the espresso martini is awesome. God, I need an adventure more than anything right now. I have all the time in the world right now, but broke. I hear you. That's the thing that sucks about traveling. You need money for gas. And then hotels are super expensive. But if you have a place like a friend's house to stay at least that's covered. That's where I was lucky. That's why I didn't mind if the place was haunted. I'm like, well, you know, a small price. I'd rather be in a haunted room than a room that costs $200 a night. $200 a night's way more scary to me. So, yeah, I was like, wow, you know, $200 a night. Yeah, adventure, that's what I've been doing more. I've been trying to go out more and just try new things. It all started with my friend telling me one of our buddies wanted to hang out and meet up with us. And then from there we went to do other stuff, and then he's like, we're getting the absinthe. Because I was just joking with him. I said, next time we hang out, I expect a bottle of absinthe. And he's like, we're getting the absinthe. I'm like, really? I was only joking, but yeah, let's do it. And then it ended up that the legends were true about his house and about that room, and I got to stay in there. It was pretty cool. I don't know, something different from my everyday life, you know. I need a motorcycle and traveling money so bad it hurts, or just any road trip money. Yeah, road trips, that's where it all started. I took a road trip last Christmas, and I'm like, yeah, this is what I need to do. And I took a road trip last weekend too. Not too far, but I went to this cool place where I got to chill. And like, yeah, I was like thinking I need to just get out more, you know. And then my friend's like, you want to take a road trip this next weekend? And I was kind of lazy about it. I was like, man, I kind of want to sleep in. I kind of don't want to wake up and meet up with them over there and be on time. But like once I got out the door, it was fine. And then like, you know, we were just kind of like hanging out at his house and drinking absinthe and beer and just, you know, watching movies, listening to music. And but yeah, road trips are fun. I forgot how fun they were, but sometimes you can get into this rut. Like I get into this lazy rut where like I don't want to go anywhere and do anything, and it's not like depression, it's more like I'm just tired. But it's also because you got to get out and get the fresh air sometimes, and like the what do you call it? Ah, bloody hell, I just died. A motorcycle sounds fun. I want to get like one of those Tron motorcycles, those light cycles. That would be kind of cool. I think they actually had real life ones that you could get. Whoa, damn. I keep running into that stupid bird. What the hell's wrong with me? I would love to have like a light cycle like the one from the movie Tron. I'm not sure if you've ever seen Tron, but Tron was awesome. It is awesome. Okay, cool. Finally, I beat that part. Damn it, it's like the ground just collapses under me and I can't. It's almost like it's getting kind of late. But yeah, adventures are fun. Adventures with absinthe and stuff. Like, it's always good to break out of the routine for a while, even if it's like a short road trip. But I took a long road trip earlier, at the end of last year, and it was pretty cool. And I was thinking I need to do this more often. I remember when I was younger, we used to take a lot of road trips. It was just different, you know. sometimes I do get in my comfort zone where I'm like, I just want to stay home and play video games and like watch YouTube. There is that those times that I think of, but then sometimes I'm like, let's have a magical adventure and leave the house, and then, you know. Okay, so this stupid like lizard wants to kill me. Got him. Okay, cool. I love Tron. Don't know of any in real life light cycles, but I love anything comfortable enough for big miles. I've seen the real ones. They had a contest where you could win one. It was years ago, but I forget. I don't know if it was electric or solar powered, but it was something like that. Yeah, Tron's awesome. Oh, are you excited about the new Tron, the Tron Ares? That looks so cool. Like, I'm just glad I'm still alive, because I saw the first one as a kid, of course, right? The 1982 one. And then the one in 2010, Tron Legacy. I have both of them. But I was telling my friend, he's also a huge Tron fan. I was like, we gotta go see that in theater. He never will watch anything in theaters unless it's really good, or it's something he wants to watch. Like, he saw Alien Romulus with me, but he wouldn't see like Nosferatu or Wolverine and Deadpool. So, but he said he will watch Tron with me. I was like, you better watch Tron. I'm gonna be pissed if you don't watch that with me. We're not just gonna watch that on streaming. That's an in-theater movie. I'm thinking of seeing the Superman movie. People are telling me it's pretty good. I will say, if you ride across the Great Plains in the middle of the night on any of that long, straight, flat highways and stand up on your foot pegs, it feels like flying through space. Wow, that sounds really awesome. I've never been to the Great Plains. I've only been to like Arizona and Texas and New Mexico, California. Haven't really been anywhere else, but I need to do that. That sounds so much fun. The original Tron movie is a bit dated now. Tron Legacy was good. Newest trailer for Tron Ares looks pretty decent. It looks really good. What I'm so happy about is Jeff Bridges is back as Kevin Flynn. People just don't know how happy that makes me. He knows how much the original Tron fans are happy that he's back. Yeah, to me it's like really special. I know like most of the young people today are like, what the hell is Tron? You know, they probably don't know. But like, yeah, like, man, I love Tron. Tron's one of those things. So when I found out, oh, okay, there's like a thing that I could jump on right there. Yeah, I was like, where can I jump to? I had to look down. Yeah, so I was telling my friend, we gotta go see Tron Ares. Okay, the first Tron's dated, but in a way it was ahead of its time. Because what's the Master Control program? He was like AI, right? And that's what the people are talking about now. And then they were talking about how like computers would start thinking. And then I guess like being sucked into the virtual world is kind of like VR, but really advanced VR. But it's crazy how they were talking about that stuff in 1982. It's just, well, yeah, the graphics are going to be dated because they had to do everything frame by frame. They actually had to color every frame by hand for the first Tron, but it looked pretty cool for the time. Yeah, Tron Legacy is pretty awesome. Whoa, who the hell is this guy? It's like Herman's head. Keep coming out of the grave. Yeah, but the new Tron Ares should be pretty awesome. I can't wait. We're gonna have a Tron party. I'm gonna get glow cubes and make... You know what? I'll probably make those absinthe cocktails and then put glow cubes in them. I want to modify my Tron disc. I have the Tron discs that are the toys. Oh, this thing really wants to piss me off. What the hell is that thing? It's like a... Oh, I wasn't even supposed to... I didn't even have to fight that guy. I just had to go this way. This game is hard. Some guy was telling me at the beginning of the stream that I'm not going to beat it, that it's pretty tough. I'm starting to believe him. I'm getting kind of hungry though. I should probably sleep in a little bit. The original. Very true that Tron was definitely ahead of its time. Right? Not just that, but think about it. It's kind of spooky. They had like, you know, programs and computers, right? Which now they call the programs apps, but whatever. That's what it means. But they also had the game grid and they had matches. What do they have now? Like, you know, with Call of Duty and all these mobile games? Matches, right? Remember when he tells the guy, oh yeah, I heard he's really good, or he's one of the best. He says, it's too bad he's in a match now. It's just kind of weird. I mean, that was way ahead of its time. It's like, how the hell did they know? Pretty much Tron just like encompassed everything from like gamers, computer programmers, hackers, and VR and AI. It like, when you think about that movie, it just encompassed everything. Another one that was good too is The Lawnmower Man, but that focuses more on the like VR. But Tron was like ahead of its time. I always tell people, you want to know. But the new one's supposed to be really good. Like, I saw the trailer, it looks... Yeah, I think it's gonna blow away the first two. I also kind of like this one because it looks a little bit darker and more serious. Which the first one was kind of dark and serious. I feel like the second one was a little goofy. They tried to make it more like for little kids. I kind of like how they went back to kind of like the dystopian type of dark vibe, because that's how the first one was kind of dark actually. It had a little bit of comic relief, but for the most part the bad guys were really dark. There was nothing funny about them. And in Tron Legacy, some of the bad guys were kind of funny. They had like some comic relief. But Sark and the MCP in the first one were really sinister. So they kind of like, I feel like they went back to that. I hate remakes, they are all trash. Remakes? Yeah, remakes are, but sequels are pretty cool. Reboots and remakes, yeah, they usually suck. Almost dare to say it's similar to The Matrix. Lawnmower Man was crazy. You know what? Tron was kind of like the first Matrix, but like with just not as good graphics. Damn it. Alright guys, I'm getting kind of hungry and I'm probably going to go eat, but this was a fun stream. I will be back probably tomorrow. What the hell's tomorrow? Saturday. But I should probably get to sleep because I'm going to get up in a bit to go eat breakfast. I wish I could just have breakfast right now because I'm hella hungry. A sequel to Tron will... CGI. They already had a sequel to Tron. This is going to be like the third one. That's the thing though, yeah, I think it's time to sleep, huh? Alright guys, good night, Emily. Good conversations tonight, and I'll probably be back tomorrow though. Dream about Nights into Dreams, cool stuff like that. Yeah, that's the perfect thing to dream about. Alright, let's just try to beat this part. Oh, I actually made it past that part. If I die, then that's it. No more. But yeah, I should probably sleep right now. These birds were in the other version of this. Oh man, it has like heat seeking. Fireballs, what the hell? Whoa. Yeah, breakfast, rest, and then Lego Bat. Oh yeah, I still need to watch Lego Batman. What am I doing with my life? I need to watch that. I've never really seen any of the Lego movies. I think I started watching one of them. I need to watch Lego Batman, man. Oh, that's it. Screw it. This game's hard. This is officially a really hard game. It's a good game, though. Yeah, so I think I'm going to sleep, guys. Thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you for the views. Please like and subscribe. Subscribe because I'll probably be back tomorrow. But it's getting kind of late, so I better sleep. Damn it, I just died on that part. What the hell? Yeah, Lego Batman tomorrow for sure. Alright, guys. Have a good night. The Wizard's going to have a snack and go to sleep, but I'll probably be back tomorrow, man. I guess I sound like Lego Batman, they say. That's pretty funny. I got to hear the playback to hear what Lego Batman sounds like and then watch it tomorrow. That should be pretty funny. My family will get a kick out of that. Alright guys, have a good night. And remember, only you can prevent forest fires. Thank you. Good night.